The 20th century witnessed two global conflicts that reshaped the world. World War I and World War II were devastating events. Millions of lives were lost, nations were shattered, and the course of history was forever altered. These wars left an indelible mark on humanity. Understanding these events is crucial for comprehending our world today. The causes of these wars were complex. Nationalism, imperialism, and economic rivalries played significant roles. The assassination of Archduke Franz Ferdinand in 1914 ignited the first global conflict. World War II erupted from the ashes of the first. The Treaty of Versailles, meant to ensure peace, instead sowed the seeds of future conflict. The world wars were not just battles between armies, they were fought on multiple fronts. From the trenches of Europe to the islands of the Pacific, the fighting raged. Civilians were caught in the crossfire, women took on new roles on the home front. Technological advancements transformed warfare. The world wars left a legacy of profound change. The collapse of empires, the rise of new superpowers, and the formation of the United Nations were direct outcomes. The wars also led to social, economic, and technological transformations that continue to shape our world today. World War I, initially called the Great War, began in 1914. A complex web of alliances drew European nations into the conflict. Germany, Austria-Hungary, and the Ottoman Empire formed the Central Powers. France, Britain, Russia, and eventually the United States became the Allies. The war was characterized by trench warfare. Soldiers faced unimaginable conditions in muddy, rat-infested trenches. New technologies like machine guns and poison gas made the fighting even more deadly. Millions of soldiers perished in battles like the Somme and Verdun. The horrors of war extended beyond the battlefield. Civilians endured food shortages and enemy bombing raids. The Armenian Genocide, a horrific act of ethnic cleansing by the Ottoman Empire, claimed the lives of over 1 million people. The war had a profound impact on the lives of people around the globe. After 4 long years, the war finally ended in 1918. The Allied powers emerged victorious. The Treaty of Versailles was signed, aiming to prevent future wars. However, the treaty's harsh punishments on Germany created resentment and instability. The seeds of another global conflict were sown. The Treaty of Versailles, signed in 1919, officially ended World War I. However, it also laid the groundwork for another devastating conflict. The treaty blamed Germany for the war and imposed heavy penalties. Germany lost territory, was forced to disarm, and had to pay massive reparations. These harsh terms created resentment and economic hardship in Germany. The German people felt humiliated and unfairly punished. This resentment created fertile ground for extremist ideologies like Nazism to take root. Adolf Hitler and the Nazi Party exploited this anger and promised to restore Germany to its former glory. The League of Nations, created after World War I to prevent future conflicts, proved ineffective. It lacked the power to enforce its decisions, and many countries, including the United States, refused to join. The League was unable to stop the aggressive actions of Germany, Italy, and Japan in the 1930s. As tensions rose, the world watched with growing unease. Germany, under Hitler's leadership, began to rearm and expand its territory. Italy, led by Benito Mussolini, invaded Ethiopia. Japan, seeking to expand its empire, clashed with China. The stage was set for another global conflict. World War II erupted in 1939 when Germany invaded Poland. This act of aggression shattered the fragile peace that had followed World War I. Britain and France, honoring their commitments to Poland, declared war on Germany. The world was once again at war. World War II was a truly global conflict. The fighting raged across Europe, Asia, Africa, and the Pacific. Millions of soldiers and civilians were caught in the crossfire. New technologies like the atomic bomb brought unimaginable destruction. The war witnessed some of the darkest chapters in human history. The Holocaust, the systematic genocide of 6 million Jews by the Nazi regime, stands as a chilling reminder of the horrors of prejudice and hatred. The war also saw countless other atrocities committed against civilians. After 6 long years of fighting, World War II finally ended in 1945. The Allied powers, led by the United States, Great Britain, and the Soviet Union, emerged victorious. The war left a legacy of devastation and loss, but it also led to the creation of the United Nations, a new international organization dedicated to preventing future wars.